Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, using that college football revamp. And we're out here, man. We are now at the University of Southern Florida, and we have our very first head coaching gig. And getting right into it in week one, we start off on the road against a Power 5 opponent. Now, Indiana, if you guys remember back when we were the offensive coordinator for Maryland, Indiana had a tough year last year. But despite that, and USF coming off a pretty solid season, I think 8-5 was their record last year, Lee Corso is going to be rocking with them in the opener. Even though we do have higher ratings, we got a B+ overall team, B+ offense, and a B defense. Indiana, meanwhile, got a B overall team with a B+ offense and a B- defense. Now, before I do end up getting into it, I wanted to take a quick look at the conference outlook for the American Conference coming into this season. And right now, we actually are slated to finish in 7th out of 11 teams. Now, this is the year before all of the realignment supposed to happen, so this upcoming offseason will have all the movement with all the new teams and whatnot. But right now, the American is an 11-team conference, no conference championship, but we are slated to be 7th out of 11. We'll see if we can go ahead and defy those expectations. We got a good squad, so we just got to go out there and just prove them wrong at the end of the day. I think we can do it. Real quick, since we are going to use the playbooks of our coordinators, because when we were the offensive coordinator, we used our own offensive playbook. This is the playbook that we're going to be running this season. We are going to be running a one-back playbook over on the offensive side of the ball, and then on defense, we're going to be running a free 4. Now, offensively, I don't really have experience running a one-back, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that turns out. Might take a little bit of adjustment, given that this is the first time in this series that we're not running a triple option offense. But I know we got some guys on this team, man. We just got to make it shake here in this opening game. And speaking of that opening game, I hope you guys are ready for it, because I certainly am. If you are, I need you guys to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you have to be brand new. Let's go ahead and take on this Indiana Hoosiers team on the road to begin season number 4. Let's see if we can start our head coaching debut on a high note. So let's go ahead and get our head coaching debut officially underway, doing a unit that we don't usually see in this series. We got our defensive side of the ball out on the field first, and right now not off to too good of a start. Donovan McClellan Dyson is up early, starting with that 18-yard run on the ground. And then also fighting the tight end, Brian Rucker, as well for an additional 13 yards. So right now, this Indiana offense is getting their way, as McClellan will throw to the left-hand side, looking for Brian Rucker again. But it's going to be incomplete. So we do end up getting them on a 3rd and 8. They got a 5-sticks route going, but they find someone way downfield. It's Jaquez Smith who finds the first down marker. We had everything covered, but we did not do a very good job with the scramble drill that they had going. In this Indiana offense, just running whatever they want to run and still getting positive results right now. Moving right down the field as it leads to yet another 1st and 10. Gonna hand off to Howland up the middle and doing a little bit better on defense, but still a 6-yard gain. Already the 3rd carry for Trent Howard on this drive, as the Hoosiers will go 5 wide, but it looks like it's gonna be a jet sweep to the right-hand side. Gray's got some space and nearly gets into the end zone. James Gray, a true freshman, by the way, 6'3", 210. Got some good size. Is going to be a good player moving forward for Indiana, and helps them get on the board first, as Donovan McCauley going to just walk himself right into the end zone. Everyone going one direction on that read option, and Indiana will take an early 7-0 lead, and not exactly how he wanted to go about starting the head coaching debut for Jeff Grossman. You already know he came over from Maryland as an offensive coordinator. So this is his first time as the head coach, the head man of his own football program. So he comes with a expertise of the offensive side of the ball. We'll see if that can come to USF as we're running a whole different playbook. It's going to be really interesting to see how it develops over the course of the year. But we do have a 2nd and 3 coming up as Timmy McClellan throws it over the left-hand side, finds Jimmy Horn Jr., who takes a shot but does end up picking up the first down anyways. As we'll go read option there as Timmy McClain makes a man miss, but still a gain of 7. Nice poise here early by Timmy McClain, despite the fact that this is actually his very first start of his collegiate career of a junior. Looking pretty solid so far as he finds his tight end downfield. Gunnar Greenwald, now that is one heck of a name, man. And he makes a nice catch upfield, gain of 16. That puts the USF Bulls into the red zone as Brian Battle, the All-American running back, he's going to finally get his first carry of the day, going for 7. And I'm going to really love working with Brian Battle this season. He is one very fast dude, man. He's got some serious speed on him. As we get into a goal line situation, Yusef Terry making the catch for 6. As it sets up in first a goal inside the 5-yard line. Going to hand it off to the All-American Brian Battle into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Florida. And they will answer right back with a touchdown of their own. So this game will be knotted up at 7 apiece. But we'll see if we can go about containing this offense a little bit better. Not how we wanted to end that first drive as the head coach of the Southern Florida Bulls. We'll see if this defensive possession can be a little bit better. As we got a 2nd and 10. It's another read option. It's McCoy down the left-hand side. Just stiffs arms our defensive back into the next dimension. And a gain of 22. He is certainly a really athletic quarterback. We got to keep him contained in the pocket. At least force him to beat us with his throwing arm. If we can at least make him a little bit more one-dimensional, I think we can win this game. But so far, we have not done that yet as we almost get to the quarterback. But Williams gets open, and if it wasn't for that diving tackle, that could have certainly been 6 points there. But it's a goal line situation for Indiana. 1st and 10, end zone, and it's another touchdown for the Indiana Hoosiers in the first quarter as he finds Jaquez Smith in the back of the end zone. And we just didn't do a great job in zone coverage. There's supposed to be somebody in the back end. That did not happen. And we find ourselves down 14-7, needing another response. But so far, doing pretty good on this drive. Holden Williams picks up 11. It's his very first catch of the season. As now, a few plays later, 3rd and short, and just go ahead and throw it over the middle real quick to Gunnar Greenwald. Let him do the rest of the work as it does go for another first down. As we set up another 1st and 10 after the short pass play, it's Brian Battle up the middle again. Doesn't he have a very nice burst? A gain of 5 as a result of that run. We'll see if we can get Brian Battle with another quality carry as he's going to follow his blocks. And this time gets up to the 2nd level. A gain of 11 there. But we got another 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 5. Timmy dropping back, looking over, trying to throw the out route to the left-hand side, and it's going to be incomplete. Lem Lately Neely breaks up that pass, but our coordinator wants to go for it on 4th down. First 4th down conversion, but we cannot connect with Brian Battle as Maurice Freeman III was able to get a hand on it. And so we do end up turning the football over on downs. So with that being said, Indiana is going to take over at about the 25-yard line as that carry by David Holloman is actually going to go ahead and wrap up the first quarter of play. And honestly, it's been a really exciting first quarter. Definitely looks like we are going to be in for a shootout. Indiana up 14-7. So the second quarter now getting underway and starting off with a third down conversion as McCauley will drop back, trying to break up that screen pattern. We read it, but we just could not make the play when it mattered the most. So now Indiana gets a fresh set of downs, but we do end up getting them to another third and long, and we will finally get our very first stop of the game. Jordan Williams did make the catch, good for a gain of 10, but it's well short of the sticks. So we will go ahead and take right back over as Timmy McClain is blown up in the backfield. It looks like Doug Frazier shot the gap and blew up that read option. If it wasn't for him, he was going for some yards. Thankfully for us, though, we will pick up that first down right away as Gunnar Greenwald found a soft spot in that zone. And now we're into Indiana territory once again. Now, last time we were here, we ended up turning it over on downs. Let's hope for a better result as we almost get intercepted. Oh my goodness, that was an inaccurate throw. And it almost cost us with a turnover, but we still have the ball as we try to throw on 3rd and 7. Looking downfield, but we will get intercepted this time. It's Maurice Freeman III who gets his paws on the ball. And it will end up being the first turnover of this game. We had him open for a second, but we just threw too late, and we didn't even get enough on that ball. We were able to get it over those defenders. That was 6 points. And thankfully for us, Indiana does end up going 3 and out on their next possession. So that interception that we threw, they could not go ahead and take advantage. We got to take better care of the football. You know, we can't always turn the ball over. That's not going to set us up for success as we end up running on 3rd and 7. And surprisingly, we end up getting it. We pick up the first down anyways. Maybe Brian Battleman might be the centerpiece of this offense. Still trying to learn some of the, some of the players on the team, what their strengths and weaknesses are, That's really what this early season is all about. And we get a great test, too, as Sincere Brown. Oh, he had the first down, but he dropped it. He drops the first down, and because of it, we had to punt this football away. As now Indiana will take right back over. Momentum certainly on their side right now, as it does lead into a 2nd and 4. McCauley, play action pass, finds Brian Rucker downfield again. He's been finding some soft spots in our defense all day today, as it's his 3rd catch of the day, 43 yards total. As McCauley will drop back again. This time he's going to try to scramble for the first down. Marker does end up getting lit up like a Christmas tree, but only 2 yards away from the first down marker. Indiana with the Wildcat, running back keeps it, but Trent Holland has nowhere to go with it. It's Marvin Jackson who blew up that play, and we will get one more shot at the end zone. Before the end of this first half, we do have one timeout left to work with. Let's see if we can go ahead and use it wisely, as we do have yet another 1st and 10. McClain, he's looking to the right. He's got a receiver downfield looking for Yusef Terry, but it's going to be broken up. Their star corner going to work. They're leaving him on islands right now as they're trying to blitz, except this time around, Yusef Terra, he's going to win his route. Can he get it into the end zone? Yes, sir. Touchdown. Bulls, baby. Let's go, man. And Southern Florida is going to go ahead and tie this ball game right back up as Yusef Terry won his route this time around, able to get open on the go route. And that is going to end the first half as things are now all tied up, 14 apiece. We get the ball to start the second half. And speaking of that second half, let's go ahead and get things going here as we start with the football, as Brian Battle will go ahead, will pick up the first down. Brian Battle's been pretty good so far, 14 for 64. Let's see if we can get Timmy McClain going outside the 4 verts. We got our tight end, and we might have just ruined it as we were looking for Greenwald, but I thought it was going to be a more contested catch, so that's why I didn't really go for the, that's why I switched onto him, but I probably just ruined it. And matter of fact, I probably ruined the drive as well, to be honest. That's going to end up being a punt for us, as we had to go out and send our punting movement. Andre Stokes, who is our highest overall on the team, he's a 99, as Hamilton got lit up on a Christmas tree, as David Hallman, the returnman for Indiana, gets it 22 yards. But despite the great punt return that they had, they did not do anything with it, and we got the ball right back in our hands as we hand it off to Holden Williams. Can we get the last block? Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Southern Florida. Let's go, man. How about Holden Williams finding a gap in the defense and taking advantage, and just great blocking as well to go with it. That will get us into the end zone and give us our very first lead of this entire game. Not to mention, we do end up forcing another 3 and out on this Indiana defense. We're starting to have momentum come onto our side. And let's see if we can take advantage. 2nd and 6. Timmy dropping back. He's looking around, trying to make something shake, trying to throw over the middle. Was looking for Horn Jr., but can't quite connect there, as it does lead us to a 3rd and 6. We throw again with Timmy McClain, looking over the left-hand side. We find Sincere Brown, who this time does end up making the catch for us. It's his first catch of the day, and it does go for a 1st down. But we'll see if we can move the sticks even more as we try to get the 1st down through the halfback screen, but Indiana was ready for it. Thankfully, our coach does let us go ahead and go for the 4th down, as we're going to go ahead and make some adjustments real quick. Send Horn Jr. on a quick slant over the middle. We find Ben Archie. That's our backup running back who just made that play for us. He gets into the game, and he gets a nice little 1st down for us as well. So we keep the chains moving thanks to the 4th down conversion, as we'll go again on 1st and 10. But we go backwards. Timmy McClain trying to escape the pressure, but Jim Jackson was simply too relentless there. Cannot get away from 2 guys. In a 2nd and 21, awaits, trying to set the handoff to Ben Archie. He cuts it upfield with Timmy McClain, as it does get us at least close to the original line of scrimmage. But a 3rd and long, and frankly, not a situation that we want to be in. We'll see if we can pick up the 1st down. Looking towards the right-hand side. Get it out to Holden Willis, but he can't reach the 1st down marker either. So for the 2nd time on this drive, we're going to go for it here on 4th down. And just like last time, we will get that 1st down once again, as Yusef Terry does manage to go ahead and pick up the sticks. And there's another fresh set of downs, really destroying the morale of the Indiana defense, as Ben Archie takes it into the end zone on the very next play. Touchdown, Southern Florida. As Ben Archie comes into the game, he gets his 1st touchdown of the season. And that takes us through the end of the 3rd quarter, as it's now going to be a 28-14 lead. Need to see those 4s in the chat as well as in the comments. Let's see if we can win this head coaching debut, as we get a great play on the quarterback, but there's a flag though. It's going to be a face mask penalty. That wasn't even necessary. You had help behind you, Jamari Stewart. How are you going to do me like that, man? That's awful. We can't be doing that now. Come on, we're better than that. So because of the penalty, our first penalty called on us in this game, by the way, that is going to end up giving Indiana a free first down to work with. But we do get him to another third down as well, as McCauley trying to set up the screen, but it's going to be blown up. Jakari Smith makes up for it, and it gets us the football right back and a chance to go ahead and put a dagger into the Indiana Hoosiers on the road as well. Let's see if we can permanently silence Memorial Stadium, as we got a 5-wide set here on a 2nd and 5. Timmy looking over to his right. He does find Sincere. Brown makes a nice little cut upfield and does manage to go ahead and pick up the first down. It's so good that we're going to do another pass play, this time a slant pattern. Over the middle, we find Yusef Terry, who does get lit up, but he does also manage to go ahead and reach the first down marker, as we find ourselves in Indiana territory once again. Going to set up read option. Timmy taking it upfield and manages to pick up another first down as well. A 2nd and 11 coming. We drive deeper into Hoosier territory. Timmy over the middle finds Gunnar Greenwald. Another great catch over the center of the field, as it will get us into the red zone once again, as we're getting closer to getting that dagger. Timmy looking, going to try to escape the pressure. He's going to go scramble upfield, going to actually dive for it, but Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to fall on it. I was actually trying to slide there, but it did a diving animation instead. So thankful that we got the ball back, as we got a touch. No! Holden Willis drops it. That was going to be an easy touchdown. He was wide but naked open. That's tough. So instead of 3rd and goal coming up, is Timmy looking to his right. He's got a tight end, but what a diving play. Oh my goodness. Look at that stretch, robbing a touchdown away, and it keeps Indiana in this football game. We'll see if McCauley can lead a drive of his own. If they do not score on this possession, this game is likely going to be barbecue chicken. So a big drive for both teams here, as McCauley makes an adjustment at the line. It's a speed option over the right-hand side. Gets it out to Holland down the sideline, and will be brought down at about the 45-yard line. Nice execution of the speed option there, as it sets up another 1st and 10. This time, a straight-up halfback drive up the middle to Trent Holland, and it sets up yet another first down, as they're now in Southern Florida territory. As McCullough drops back, he's looking over the middle. He's going to find his receiver, and none other than Jordan Williams sets up another 10-yard gain. He's most of the way to 100 yards now, as Indiana trying to get back into this game. McCullough throwing to the right-hand side, finds Jordan Williams again, but short of the marker though. So that does mean that they are going to have to go for it. No choice at this point. 4th and 4. McCauley dropping back, looking to left-hand side, and finds his tight end, Courtney Harris, for a 15-yarder. And it keeps the hopes of Indiana alive here at home. We'll see if they can punch it in. 2 plays later, McCauley, end zone, and what a dot! Finds James Gray in the back of the end zone. And I can't even be mad at that. That is just an incredible dot right in between 3 defenders. And the pressure is now on Southern Florida. They did decide to go ahead and kick the football right back over to us, but we still have an opportunity to get some time off the clock. Let's see if we can do just that. Indiana down to 2 timeouts. Timmy looking to the right, finds Jimmy Horn Jr., and that's going to be another first down. Indiana taking their 2nd timeout, only going to have 1 more remaining, as it's another 1st and 10. Going to run it again with Ben Archie, and Ben Archie picks up a decent chunk of yards, but more importantly, gets another timeout used on Indiana. They're out of timeouts, so if we can pick up this first down, this game is going to be over, and Timmy McClain is going to do just that, sliding down And my favorite formation in this entire game, the victory formation. And you see it here first, folks. Jeff Grossman, former offensive coordinator for Air Force, the former offensive coordinator for Maryland, comes down to Southern Florida here in the American Conference and is going to end up winning our head coaching debut against a Power 5 opponent. It was certainly a hard-earned win. We win this one by a final score of 28-21, and that is a nice boost for our program. So it feels good to go ahead and win our head coaching debut against the Indiana Hoosiers. And our offense looked really good in the process. 530 yards of total offense. We did also end up with 246 yards on the ground with 3 touchdowns, 284 yards for the air as well. We could have been a little bit better with our turnovers. We did have 2 interceptions. Granted, neither of them were necessary because of bad decisions. It was more because of just great plays made by the Indiana secondary overall. But we clamped down Indiana basically after the first quarter. And then, we were able to take care of business, man. Feels good to start your head coaching debut with a win here at USF. Checking out the stats for our guys real quick, and Timmy McClain, he was really solid today actually. 21 for 34, 284 yards, a huge touchdown towards the end of the first half, but did throw those 2 interceptions, both of them more so because of great plays by the secondary, not because of bad decisions by Timmy McClain necessarily. Good game overall from him through the air, and then he also had some good yards on the ground, 11 carries for 63 yards. He did not find the end zone, but Brian Battle, who was named an All-American or preseason All-American, 19 carries, 72 yards, and a tub. I loved playing with Brian Battle. Ben Archie was really good too, 8 for 48. And then Holden Willis, man, did some great stuff. 2 carries, 55 yards, including a 56-yard touchdown. It was one of our biggest plays of the whole game besides that 4 verticals route towards the end of the first half. We got a pretty explosive offense, man, and once get a little bit more use of his playbook, we're going to be putting a lot of points on the board, and that's something that I'm really excited about. Now, as for our receivers overall did a pretty good job today. Gunnar Greenwald, man, he was really good out there. 5 catches for 86 yards on the day. That did lead all receivers in both catches and yards. Yusuf Terry also looked pretty good out there as well. 4 catches, 80 yards. The Philadelphia product, really showing some love out there on the field. Really helped us tie this game going into halftime, and then that really helped set us up with some great momentum in the second half that carried us to a win. Finally, for our defense, Jalen Stokes actually led the team in tackles today. He ended up with 7 tackles in this one. Did have a few other guys get some tackles as well. Brandon Adams, Gary Nugent, and AJ Hamilton, among that group. Did force a bunch of TFLs, and that's despite the fact that we didn't really sack the quarterback that much. We only had 1 sack, and that was from Marvin Jackson, our sophomore redshirt from Cocoa, Florida. But, that being said, we did see Jamari Stewart as well as Marvin Jackson get into the backfield kind of often, and, Elise doing a fantastic job of just going out there and, really being a harasser for this Indiana offense. They couldn't get anything going beyond the first quarter except, their last drive. Didn't get any turnovers. Hoping that we can change that moving forward, but a win is a win, and I'm excited to see what else we can do here at Southern Florida, baby. But with that being said, that is going to go ahead and end today's episode. Next time out, we have yet another road game. Except this time we take on another team from the group of 5 category. We're going to be taking on the San Jose Spartans, who had some recent success in the Mountain West. It should be a good one, so make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe as well if you have to be brand new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.